to make sure our reputation has no dent right under this Nigerian 4FM tent. If you say what God sent, well, that's not too far from what I meant. Welcome to Courtside. Another time to enjoy the very best of basketball on this nation's number one station for news, talk, and sports. Let's get ready for the phone, shall we? Nigeria's under-19 girls had been taking part in the FIBA World Cup. That one has ended. How did we finish in the competition? I'll let you in on that. Also, the camp of the Tigress is bubbling in Abuja ahead of AfroBasket 2025. And we do have some exciting guests in the studio too who'll be telling you about something big about to come alive in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to Courtside. Let's enjoy this ride, shall we? It is always a pleasure being on this lovely dial to give to you everything exciting. Game On will be activated by 7:30 as we delve into other sporting stories. But between now and then, we can prioritize the basketball side of things because so much is happening around the country and internationally. So we're still having a big situation for the top franchise and co in the USA. Players moving from one place to another ahead of the start of the new NBA season, after what we had last time out. But in Nigeria too, there are several things to speak about. I do have a fantastic guest in the studio. You'll meet him in a bit. Before I get there though, Nigeria's under-19 girls had been battling in the World Cup. And the excitement around the country got to a very high pedestal at the start, courtesy of an incredible victory initially for them against China. Got people talking on social media back then. Really ensure that Nigeria was being spoken about by several persons, because the talk was, how did they do that against China, beating China? But then after that, it was going to be quite a handful of things awaiting the Nigerian contingent. They had Canada to play. They had some of the top sides around the world to compete against. And when everything came to an end, as much as Nigeria got the better of China at the beginning, at the end, with the classification games on the cards, Nigeria's team in the competition that had 16 teams finished 12th. Number 12, that is. The USA won the ultimate prize, eventually winning. As always, we expect USA to shine in a competition like this, or don't we? USA getting 7 wins and no defeats. And they got the better of Australia, who got silver in that FIBA. Do I say girls or women's under-19 championship right now? Nigeria finishing 12th, like I said. 2 wins for us and 5 defeats. I'm sure we can build on this one too. Huge experience for the girls, and they could have learned 1 or 2 things from that to put themselves in better places in years to come. Beyond under-19 now, many of these stars from the under-19 team would like to go on and represent us at the higher level. The Tigress, I don't want to digress though, but those ones want to make progress too, because they do have something big to come in just a matter of weeks now. AfroBasket 2025. We've been champions of Africa 4 times in a row. I'll get to that in the coming minutes. Right now though, I want to say hi to this great gentleman who's in the studio with me, ready for some lovely chats with me this time on Courtside. This is beyond just having to go far to talk about things happening elsewhere. This is something happening here in Lagos. And we have the co-founder, Hoop Dreams NG basketball community, and a man who's been doing so much for the sport in this part of the world, Iyanoluwa Laditon. Did I pronounce that right?
Unfortunately not. That'll be Iyanoluwa.
Iyanoluwa.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm more used to. I have a friend who's Iyanoluwa, and that just came to my mind straight up.
Yeah.
Forgive me for I know what I do it.
You're definitely forgiven.
Iyanoluwa, great to see you here and welcome.
Thank you.
First of all, what's been your connection to basketball over the years? Let me just use that to get you in. Once I came in and said hi to you and I saw the height, I said, this guy would have been from childhood, I can imagine. But
I mean,
what endeared you to the sport?
High school, SS1. I changed schools. I got into Corona SS1. So that was my way, to release, have fun. I got drafted into the high school team then, and I've been playing ball since then.
Amazing stuff. And since then, to your love for the sport, beyond just watching, moved to trying to support people too who are coming through the ranks. And I know you're here courtesy of the Red Bull half-court event, right?
Yes.
What's that all about?
I mean, it's an impactful competition that I mean, I would say one of the biggest things happening in Nigeria right now. You know, they're going around the country to different states. They've gone to 4 different states and 2 events right here in Lagos. So you know, it's all going to culminate into a national final that's happening on August 2nd. At the Jewel Aida in Lekki. That'll be a lot of fun.
And when is this?
August 2nd.
2nd of August.
Yeah.
Meaning that, has it been, I know you said around the country,
Yeah.
regionally or state after state?
Went to Abuja, Port Harcourt, we went to Ibadan. Then we had Lagos Mainland and Lagos Island.
Amazing stuff, really. So it's more like the best from South, best from the center, best from different parts of Nigeria coming through, and then they will now converge in Lagos for what I would love to call the main event, which is that battle to get the bragging rights of being the very best in Nigeria when it comes to this. Who's this competition being opened to? Male, female, age category or something like that?
I mean, male category, adults, right? Okay. So you're looking at university kids. In some of these locations, you have as many as 80 teams registering. So a team is made up of 3 guys and a substitute, right? So that's 4. So if you're looking at 80 teams in one location, you can expect that, you know, you're really getting the best of the best at that national final. So in Abuja, you have a bunch of strong teams. It was held in Now University, so that was a lot of fun. You know, we had the university kids come out at 10. It was a lot of fun. Port Harcourt, it was held in the Rivers Hoopers Stadium. You should have heard about them.
Yeah,
they've made some waves recently at the PAL. Right, and then there was the Ibadan tournament, and now Lagos Mainland and Lagos Island was quite crazy. I have to say that the ending was very tough. Yeah,
fantastic stuff, really. Yeah, Rivers Hoopers done quite a great job for themselves. 3rd best in the last one before the one this year, and then this year they got to the quarterfinals before being eliminated from the competition.
Tough loss.
Really have been the shining light for Nigerian basketball as to league basketball in the country lately. So
we are following them.
I can imagine. Really.
Actively.
Nice. So all of these talents coming through, great stuff. Shout out to Red Bull, by the way, for putting this together. It's you know, when that line goes, giving you wings.
Yes.
So indeed, Red Bull giving these stars wings to fly.
I mean, and they did get me started on my own journey as well. I played the tournament in 2020. Was that 2023 or 2022? I got to the final, the final of the national finals, you know, and lost there, unfortunately. But you know, playing in that kind of tournament gives you a lot of confidence. It brings out what you have, right, and it spotlights it. So that's why I said it's one of the best things or best events countrywide, because of the visibility it brings and the level of talent it brings to the board. Just that simple. If you can play, next time you see a Red Bull half-court competition coming up, just register, have faith in yourself, work on your craft, and come and compete. That's all it takes.
Stunning stuff, guys. And for future purposes beyond this one, I'm going to come back to this one and exactly how people can be part of it, people like me who may want to watch. But for future purposes, how do people register to be part of this?
So you I would say start to follow the basketball pages, follow Red Bull NG, and usually there's some kind of publications that go out. You see the links, so you can figure out the location that's closest to you, register your team players, and that's about it. Show up on that day and ball out. They're going to catch you up, you know, give you the opportunity to show who you are, or to even figure out who you are, I should say.
Yeah, sometimes you may not know that you have that much great potentials in you too.
Yeah.
Well, in my next life I'll try it, but I'm not tall enough for now to
It's not too late. It's never too late. There's a lot of it. There's a lot left for you, man.
I can imagine, really. I'm going to come back to the great guy, Lua, who's in here with me, telling us about this Red Bull half-court competition and the final to take place next month. So you can find out how you can be part of it too, you who's listening to us right now. But let's go to the camp of the Tigress now, if you permit me, and they are activating action. It's a team that have dominated the African continent. Initially, the hype around them was that quest for the three-peats. People were saying you did it once, you did it twice, can you do it 3 times? But they went even beyond that too. 3-peats was huge for them back then.
Well, that's it, folks. Nigeria have finally reached the top.
We've always reached the top over the years, or haven't we? The guys did that in 2015. The girls have been the success story for us back in the day. And the girls have come back again to become the brightest spark, really, for Nigeria when you speak about basketball and that consistent drive to win. It really is a key for us to dominate and show the rest of Africa that we're good at this thing. called basketball. And the ladies are in camp. Yeah, they are in Abuja preparing for the next Afro Basket competition. They won the title 4 times in a row. Simply stunning, right? And I know that, Ezinne Carlo, who's one of the star players in that team, has never shied away from telling us about how happy she is as a person when she sees Nigeria do well, not just for herself, but also for her teammates as well.
I always use AfroBasket training camp and the tournament to kind of prepare me for France, get my body right, get me mentally prepared. So I'm kind of excited that happens right before I leave. The tournament, I think AfroBasket is over September 29th. And I think I have to report to France like September 30th, the next day.
All right, that was just before her move to France. And that was before AfroBasket, the last one 2 years ago that Nigeria went all the way to win. And now she's moved again, by the way, Ezinne Carlo. I'm sure she would like to use this one to put herself in a good shape too, ahead of, a great time at club level.
Well, that's it, folks. Nigeria.
We like to win every single time. I just don't get tired of playing that sound of how Nigeria got the commentator excited a while ago about winning stuff. The Tigress, with them, you never want to digress. They always want to make progress every single time. And they will not regress in that quest of theirs, surely.
Fourth quarter, Nigeria smelled blood in the water at the top of the fourth as Traore and Ogoke. That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Your African champions 2021 are none other than the Tigress from Nigeria with their three-peat.
2 years after, they went on to make it 4 peats. Can they now make it 5 peats? Whatever that is, really. That would be crazy if they can dominate Africa 5 times in a row. The team are in Abuja. The coach of the side has come to join them too, Rene Wakama, which is great. Amongst the invited players, the high-profile names there are the likes of Ezinne Carlo, Emi Okonkwo, as well as Elizabeth Balogun. These are all top players who have come through to the camp of the Nigerian side, preparing for AfroBasket as they want to defend their title one more time. Let's get back to our guests and this Red Bull thing and the half-court experience. So when it comes around next month, he spoke about the action activated in Lekki. Please remind us again for the sake of those who may just have joined us, and then tell us how Chuma can come to sit down to watch.
Well, all I can say is it's going to be crazy, right? I don't know if you guys have heard about the Jewel Aida Dome in Lekki. It's this really cool event center. So it's going to be an indoor event, right? So if you want to get access, go to www.redbullhalfcourt.com to RSVP. It's for anyone that wants to attend. We're going to do a bunch of crazy stuff. There's also going to be, apart from the main competition, there's going to be a dunk contest, right? So pull up with your girl, pull up with your friends, come and have fun. That's what it is.
And the date again, to be specific?
August 2nd at the Jewel Aida Event Center in Lekki.
2nd of August, guys. That's just over a week time. Yeah. Just over a week from now, and we should be having that national gathering of some of the best basketballing talents around Nigeria converging for the grand finale, having already had competitions in different regions of the country. How is this competition helping to build the basketball community in the country?
Well, like I mentioned, they're going to different locations, and I see that, year on year, they keep trying to expand that. And even from the numbers of players or teams that register every year, you see that it's growing. Because people know that at the end of the day, if they win this tournament, there's the opportunity to go and represent Nigeria at the world stage. The Red Bull does a lot of fun stuff globally, right? So that opportunity is it's a one-in-a-lifetime thing. You can go for the world event, get noticed, get signed up, So it's a crazy opportunity. Plus, the highlights, that come out from each of these events can also get you spotted. So it's just a really good opportunity.
Massive stuff. All the tall guys listening to me right now, tall ladies as well too. Again, even Alan Iverson, who was 5'11", could play at the highest level. So you don't have to be 6 feet and above before you think that you can give yourself a chance with this.
That's what I'm saying. Don't give up, man. There's something there for you. I promise.
I'll go and check again and come back.
It's also about the swagger. You definitely have that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Thank you. Coming from you, by the way. Thank you. But again, growing up in Calabar used to be something I joke about even on shows like this, and why we need to build a basketball culture more for ourselves here. there's this swag and packaging in court around the basket. Even the basketball guy who has not gotten to the high level yet, who's just still trying, he's going to wear a baggy shirt. He'll put on a nice t-shirt or singlet, and then try to get at least some trainers or something, just something that. And there's the packaging around that, even beyond a young guy who's playing football. So there was always a thing about basketball guys in Calabar when I was growing up, and the ladies loving them. You're a tall guy, too, more likely than not, and all that. So, I know. I don't see you, I know. So there's more around basketball, and again, there's the synergy between basketball and fashion as well, too, even at the highest level. And that's been the relationship in recent times. I know last week on the show I shared about an NBA star, Cleveland Cavaliers star. His name is just gone off my head, who officially went down on one knee to ask the love of his life to marry him, who, by the way, is a Grammy Award winner. So it was just a reminder again. Who?
Megan Stallion.
No, Megan was somebody else. This Klay Thompson was Megan. I think this is another guy. I'm just gonna get that name. Okay. It was an R&B music star. A lady who's been nominated for the Grammy in the past. Who engaged him. Her name was just gone off my head. So again, it's always a reminder of how these things work. And if we have clicked with successes with our entertainment industry, then we should be able to get it right too with sports. And basketball is one of those sports that's a huge representation for Nigeria globally, as the Tigers have shown, and as the Tigers have shown. Just before I let you leave, Lua, your brand, Hoops Dream NG, what's that all about?
I mean, for me, it was just about, playing more basketball. It started out that way, but one of my partners said something to me, people have been playing basketball in Nigeria for ages. You need to find a way to make it more social, get more people involved, and create a bit more visibility around it. So we started trying to do competitions, invite all our friends out, and it became a movement. Now you find us going around the country doing different types of events, focusing on universities, and players from our team, because of the visibility, get signed, and they get the chance to go outside the country. So we're really proud of ourselves, and we're going to keep doing more.
Great. Cheers to more really from you. And it was Donovan Mitchell I was trying to remember, by the way. Coco Jones, is the lady that he's hopefully they should get married soon, because officially he's proposed and all of that.
And hopefully
she said
it goes well.
Right. To avoid any controversy.
I'm telling you.
We also know about the Klay Thompson thing with Megan Thee Stallion. Well done to the basketball stars, man. Shout out to you guys at this stage.
Bomb.
I know, right? Sometimes. But it looks like Coco Jones is a gentle lady, so
Stable.
no cause for alarm.
Stable,
She's not been involved in too many controversies, even from her musical perspective, too. It's been fun, guys. I'll let this busy man leave the studio right now.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Yenolua Laditon. He's the co-founder, Hoop Dreams NG, just to pronounce that right. Hoop Dreams NG Basketball Community.
For sure.
And he came here to tell us about the Red Bull Half Court event, 2nd of August.
Yes.
The final here in Lagos after all of the regional competitions. The very best have converged in our city, and we'll be ready for fun in just over a week time. Thanks, man.
Yes,
well, this
sir.
is still courtside on 99.3 Nigeria Info. We have a commercial break in just about 2.5 minutes time. Before that happens, though, I think it's important you also get to know even more around the stars in the NBA. Now, the season ended a few weeks ago. It's not up to 2 months yet, and I know that we had to battle till Game 7. I used the word we, because even with the fans were watching, I had to go and watch Game 6 and Game 7 and could not sleep because I had to stay awake to enjoy what the guys had to offer us at that time. And now the top teams are preparing for the new season. The question still remains at the age of 40. How far will LeBron James? Looks like he's not ready to say bye-bye to the sport yet. Just like Ronaldo is in football, LeBron James is looking like he surely does have more to add to LA Lakers and basketball. And there's been this backup plan to bring in a backup center to spell Nikola Jovic and all of that. Denver Nuggets expect that Jonas Valanciunas will be in the team when the season starts, amid speculation over his NBA future. Denver's trade with Sacramento to acquire the 6'11" star for Dario Saric became official last weekend. But apparently for the Denver Nuggets, they are still expecting that they can have Jonas as part of that team of theirs, despite all of these speculations around his future. Also, I know it's been more of the WNBA getting people talking now, but how about having a star, Chris Paul, reuniting with the LA Clippers for the 21st NBA season for this guy. He's actually been a free agent point guard, Chris Paul, but has gone on to a great deal with the LA Clippers for his expected final 21st NBA season. He's 40 these days, Chris Paul. And you guys who play basketball, really, I know I said bye-bye to you from the angle of that conversation, but for a basketballer to play till 40, that's incredible, right?
I mean, it's a lot of work. You have to keep yourself in shape, doing the right things, recovery, eating the right things, watching your weights, plyometrics. I mean, it's quite incredible what LeBron is doing, I have to say. I hope he doesn't put too much strain on himself that, it affects him long term.
Wanted to play with his son. He's had the chance at least once or twice. LA Lakers, the boy has gone somewhere else. Chris Paul too, pushing 40, still playing. My name is Chuma Noli. That's been courtside. When we return from the commercial break, we'll switch to Game On. All the football talk, all the talk around athletics and boxing to come after now.
There is something about 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates